everyone! I'm gonna make a video all by myself today. Isn't that amazing? The past 3 videos have had either guests or collaborations or what have you with a ton of great feedback. So thank you guys so much for that. But today it's just me, so I'm really sorry. I have a little bit of pressure, right? Like, no, you need to deliver. Wait till you hear what I say about my haul. Yeah. Gandalf is calling me. Hold on. I'm gonna do such a small, underwhelming haul from IMATS / New York, and then I'm gonna let you guys know how the meeting with Estee Lauder went, because a lot of you guys had a lot of questions about that. And then I'll talk a little bit about IMATS, whatever I leave unsaid during my haul. And then in the end, I have pictures. Anyway, let's do the haul. This is like the most embarrassing haul of all time, of all YouTube hauls in the history of hauling. I suppose I should explain myself. I went in, I looked at the exhibitors list, okay? I went in with a plan. And I wanted, number 1 thing I wanted was Inglot. The number 2 thing that I wanted was OCC stuff, obsessive compulsive cosmetic stuff. And I wanted a model in a bottle finishing spray. I got none. So in the future, if you and I happen to be somewhere and you need to send somebody on a mission, let it not be me, because I failed, like literally 0 out of 3. So what did I actually buy at IMATS? Well, the first thing, my sister and I walked in and we automatically got suckered by one of the exhibitors. And one of the reasons that I was like, okay, yeah, like I need this, is it was cold in New York. So my hands were dry and I had put lotion on and then walked out, and like in not even 10 minutes, they were completely like dry and looking like death. So to relieve crisp paper hands, we stopped at this got stopped at this aloe thing called Hawaiian Moon Aloe. And my sister and I ended up buying this and then 2 little travel size ones. Hi, Casey. And actually I have one, yeah. These are what these are like. And I have one at work now for like when I am done like working out at work. Anyway, I love it, okay? I did not expect to love it. I was just like, whatever, sure, I'll buy $40 of lotion that I don't really need, but my hands really, really needed it, and she only put it on one hand, so I was like, okay. The only other thing that I bought there is from Lady Moss was there, and they sell eyelashes online. I've ordered from them before. The first time I ever ordered red cherry lashes was from Lady Moss, so I bought 2 of my favorites, the DWs and the number 15s. And I also like the 747S. By the time that I got into their table, the 747S was like completely sold out, which they're a really great lash without looking like too obvious, like I'm wearing fake lashes. So that's why I love them. I'm sure a lot of other people love them too. The only other stuff that I bought in New York was one shirt from H&M. It's actually wore it the second day of IMATS that said something about New York, the gray one. The only other stuff I bought was like stuff I needed, I had forgot to pack. I also got this Kerastase Nutrive Oleo Relax. The last time I had this was in college, ballin' on a college budget. I bought this. I actually lived at home, that's why I was ballin'. But this I really love. This was a few years ago. It's really expensive, but it's amazing. I didn't bring my Moroccan oil because I had almost used it up. And in an effort to, this is the Moroccan brand, in an effort to get the last of it out, I actually sat it upside down on my bathroom counter and it leaked everywhere. So whatever was left was gone. I also, on recommendation from somebody on Instagram, one of my new favorite friends, Claire, she recommended, we were like texting about we were texting about makeup. Shocking. And she recommended Lancome's La Base Pro. And this I like too. I've only used it a couple times, so I wouldn't say I feel like super strongly about it, like run out and get it right now. I want to try it kind of versus everything else. And I think, yeah, that's it. That's my New York IMATS haul, guys. I did so well, right? No. So now, before I talk a little bit more about IMATS, let me tell you guys how the Estee Lauder meeting went. So that was, for me, it was on Friday, April 5th. You're probably like, Friday, there's 52 of them. in 1 year. So yeah, on April 5th. So I mentioned it on Instagram that I was actually going to go in and meet with them, and a lot of you guys asked, you know, Nur, make them change back to the old formula. Well, I'll begin by saying thank you so much for thinking that I'm Superwoman, but I don't have that kind of clout. And if I did, I think I would focus on maybe, I don't know, world peace or world hunger instead of a foundation. At any rate, I went in there very realistically, with a very realistic approach. I didn't share the letter that I had initially wrote them, but the gist of it was, I understand that you had to have changed the formula for a good reason. There's a good reason behind it. And my concern wasn't, why did you change it? What a horrible business mistake. It was, why isn't it being conveyed to the consumers consistently? Why are we hearing different things from different people? There was just a sort of like a miseducation along the pipeline of Estee Lauder employees. That's what I wrote in the letter. It wasn't, can you please change back to the old formula? Anybody with the slightest sense of business acumen understands that a company like Estee Lauder doesn't wake up one day and say, I'm bored, so I'm going to change the formula of a foundation that has a cult-like following, because that's going to be received really well. That I understood and I had accepted. So that's what I explained to them. Like, you know, I do these videos and I make recommendations, and I had recommended Estee Lauder Double Wear. A lot of people, a lot of other beauty gurus had even started using it on my recommendation. So I felt like it weighed heavily on me, and I needed answers as much as you guys did. So that's what we went in there and discussed. So let me just cover the facts. The formula was changed because of another FDA regulation. Remember, the SPF was taken off the bottle because of that. So this FDA regulation had to do with the preservative system. It's a global thing. And if you actually, I Googled it and looked it up. Yes, it was something that was required, and it affects a lot of companies all the time. So, and that's just like they said, it's regular course of business. These things happen. Hopefully, one would like to assume that these FDA regulations are enacted or are voted in because of the safety of the consumer, right? So we're gonna, now if we get into the politics, it gets a little tricky, but we're just gonna trust that that's why things change, okay? And so that's why Estee Lauder had to change their formula. Again, it wasn't, my concern wasn't, like, I understood there was a general presumption. They changed it because they had to, not because they wanted to. Why? Because they have a very loyal customer base, and they know that for that specific foundation, that's very specifically Double Wear, and it's very costly to change the formula of a foundation like that. And no matter how big the company is, it still goes through like research and development and having, you know, like working like marketing tools, focus groups to make sure that it's accepted. And they told me that they did the best that they could, and under testing, people actually liked the new formula versus the old formula. So that's it. The formula is different, and that's why they changed it, because they had to. So, I mean, obviously they gave me some of the Double Wear and the Honey Bronze, and I told them yes, I would give it another shot and see if I could make it work somehow. I have been trying other foundations, Lancome, Teint Idol, and I don't know if I said that right at all. Oh my god, that rhymes. The Chanel one, I was at the Chanel counter the other day, and then I think that there was a Guerlain one, but they are nowhere near my skin tone, so that's not gonna work for me. But I mean, if I find a way that I like Estee Lauder Double Wear better, or if I find something that I like better than Estee Lauder Double Wear, I'll share it with you guys. So that was that. That was the meeting with Estee Lauder. I do want to say that I appreciate the fact that they took the time to read my letter and to listen to my feedback. I really do. I like it. And I wrote my letter to them so cautiously and I wanted it to come across intelligent, because I wanted it to show, like, I just want to know, you know, it's not like, WTF, why'd you change the old formula? Because that gets people nowhere, okay? So, yeah, glad that they reached out to me, glad that I had that opportunity. It was actually turned out to be a really fun informative meeting in the sense that we just in discussion, just listening to them and them listening to me. We just got really great dialogue going, and that was fun and interesting. And I felt very respected. I felt like my opinions were there to be heard. And so thank you, Estee Lauder. Now to talk about IMATS, I want to start first of all by saying thank you so much to all of you guys, because you made my IMATS experience unbelievable. I cried and I laughed and I cried some more, and to put faces to the people who have lent so much to my life is such an incredible feeling. And I don't know, like, I wish, like, I literally have goosebumps right now. I wish there was a better way to thank you than just to say, turn on the camera and be like, thanks. Overwhelming gratitude for you guys. And it was my first IMATS. You made it unforgettable. I definitely will go in the future. You know, I am not, like, I feel like I wasn't like built for that. Like, I wasn't born to like be approached by people who know my name, because I was totally socially inept and awkward, because people would come up to me and say, Nur, can I have a picture with you? And I would take the picture and I'd be like, what's your name? And I would like put my hand out to say hello, and they would say, you know, I'm so-and-so, and I'd say, oh, I'm Nur, nice to meet you. And they would be looking at me like, yeah, but I just came out to you and said, hey Nur, can I have your picture? And then it was like awkward giggles, you know? But it was, I feel inspired, humbled, touched, so amazing. Every one of you guys, even if you just came up just to say hello, made and contributed to such an amazing day for me, and I really, really appreciate it. I went to dinner with Emily Noel and her husband Tyler, who is hilarious, and Leanne and her sister Mary, and Jill Striff, which was amazing. Jill coordinated it, and she actually has a vlog where she vlogged like the dinner and then afterwards, and that was fun. Oh, we met up with 11th Gorgeous, Tracy and stuff, and yeah, I had so much fun, and I'm just very, I don't know, speechless. I almost can't articulate how great and fun it was. So, and I love New York. I woke up last weekend on Saturday morning, and the first thought that was in my head was, I wish I was in New York. But alas, I'm not. I'm here, where actually everybody today is at the beach, so yeah. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the pictures in the end. And I will say a lot of people had questions about the pants that I wore at IMATS. They are G by Guess. They're $24.50. And actually, I posted them on Instagram, and somebody gave me a coupon code. Thank you to the follower who posted the coupon code. So I'll post the coupon codes for you guys below. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And if you have any questions, just let me know. I will see you soon. Bye.
Everybody says you're amazing. Tell me what I don't know, and what I love about you is you're real. Every day I think that I'm dreaming. Where did all the rain go? And it's taking me a while to see what's real. I hid my head down, but when you came around, I knew there was a life ahead, beyond what's in front of me. Hey, now, thought I had it all figured out, but honey, you caught me off guard, and I had all these walls ready to push you out, but honey, you caught me off guard. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I never needed a rescue, not a dame in distress, 'cause all I want is a love I can't see through. Sweet nothings and nothing